just can't handle it.
Where the heck is Denerim? No. Dalish.
So let's go to the journal. Let's start there.
I don't even know where Dalish is. Denerim.
Okay, so let's go underneath each of them. Orzammar, no, that's not gonna be it. Mike says, I was about to say it looks like mid-2000s MMORPG.
Well, that's actually pretty accurate because I believe this game did come out in like 2007 or 8. It's just not an MMORPG. Just take the MMO off.
Sergio says forest.
That's Mage's Collective. That's not gonna be it. Denerim.
Yeah, but somewhere it should be the actual thing. The Blight. Go to the Blight. We're idiots.
The Arl of Redcliffe, the paragon of her kind, gain Orzammar's aid, and nature of the beast. Gain the cooperation of the Dalish clans. The wandering Dalish elves, if brought together, are a force to be reckoned with. While they remain suspicious of outsiders, they may still honor the old Grey Warden treaties. Go to the Dalish elves and seek their help to fight the Blight. All right, so I'm gonna make this active.
Fight the Blight. Fight the Blight.
Make that active, and maybe it'll just pop up on the map.
When has it ever worked that way?
Listen, beggars can't be choosers.
Yes.
Somehow my audio is getting all fucked up.
The edge of the Ursuline forest, the dangers of well-reported.
Meg's here. What's up, Meg? All right.
Hey, Meg. I responded to your text. I don't know if you saw it or not.
So I see the Brazilian forest. Forest.
Seems a tad low. That might be me. But I'll let Clayton tell me what to do.
Yes, your levels are a bit low.
All right. That's lower. Hey. How's this?
Loud.
Loud and clear.
All right, perfect. All right. I did see it, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Okay, so to evolve, we're going to talk Pokemon here for like 3 seconds. To evolve Bisharp.
3 Mississippi. Oh.
That's it. I'm done. To evolve Bisharp, you need to go to... it's right outside the fighter... the fighter Star Road area thing. It's like a wooded area, and the time to riot. It's like a wooded area. There's a bunch of Scyther. There's Oranguru for your version will spawn out there, but there's also Bisharp will spawn by itself. Yeah, it's like a bamboo area. Yes, Bisharp will spawn by itself, but it will also spawn in groups of 1 Bisharp followed by like 5 Ponyard. You need to catch the Bisharp. The leader of the Bisharp is considered the leader of the group. You need to catch the Bisharp, and it will hold the leader. Should be holding the leader's blade, or it's like a yellow tip of a sword. It's called like the leader's blade or something like that. And then you need to take that Bisharp and find 3 more Bisharp leaders that are being followed by a bunch of Ponyard, and defeat them in battle. And then it should level up, but it has to be holding the leader's blade the whole time, and you can like heal up in between and anything, but like 1 Bisharp needs to defeat 3 other Bisharps that are leaders, and they have to be the Pokemon that go into battle. They need to be the Pokemon that wins the fight. It's just Bisharp. Like, you can't swap it out and swap it back in. Why do I need to catch one? Don't I just need to defeat it? Defeat 3 holding it? No, you need to have 1 that has it. If you don't, you need to catch 1 that has it. If they don't have it, they won't evolve. They won't evolve. Okay, so I think this is where it is.
Yeah, Sergio said forest, so I'm gonna bet that.
Nick says, "Well, that's not clear. Gross." Yeah, I had to watch a couple YouTube videos of the people explaining how to do it, but that's what I figured out. But Sergio said forest. This is the edge of the forest. I would only assume that this is where the Dalish are.
Yes, Meg.
Yes. Because we don't really want to go back to Tenerum right now. Alright, cool. Who are we fighting? Bloody corpse.
We fighting some bloody corpses.
Oh, great. My favorite.
I could have lived without that. I could have lived without that.
I need to redo my... Oh, shit's fucked.
What shit's fucked?
My board. I still have this thing.
What? Okay. Finish and then you can explain to me. Okay, what do you mean your board is fucked? You still have this thing.
This is Deadly Strike. I need to get rid of the litany of whatever. Because this is that magical scroll I needed to use when I was trying to keep those priests from dying.
Ah, okay.
And I don't have this item anymore anyway, so I need to get it out of my board and move Deadly Strike there, and now my shit is unfucked.
There you go, okay.
Where's the bloody corpse?
Hey, Clay.
Hello.
I'm finally hungry.
Okay. Would you like me to bring you some of the food you
Let's
cooked?
get started.
Oh.
No.
All right. What would you like?
I'm not gonna eat. I'm hungry, but I'm not gonna
Oh.
eat. I just
thought you-
decided it'd be funny to just, I'm finally hungry.
Okay. I thought you were going to say you want me to make some corn nuggets.
This low quality bloody corpse is not scary at all. Or maybe
No.
it's even
Would
a
you like
little
some
bit more
corn
scary.
nuggets, Shelby?
This should
No.
be easy enough.
Okay. I'll go make some corn nuggets.
I'll take some corn nuggets if you're offering.
They're not corn nuggets, they're mini corn dogs.
Mini corn dogs. I knew that sounded wrong when I was saying it.
I mean, I would love some corn nuggets if you could truly, well and truly get me corn nuggets. Ah, more fucking spiders! Ah! Mike says, I'll take those. Are corn fritters on the table? Oh my god. Sure, corn fritters, corn nuggets. I don't.
Why is it running away? Stop running away!
Do you actually think you have a chance?
Oh, it webbed you.
Time for
Don't
some
you hate
fun.
whenever they web you?
Yeah. Got it in my hair.
Oh, that's gross.
A
It's never a good time. Oh, there's something dangling that sparkles too.
cocooned corpse. With money.
Good money area, I'll say that.
It's
This should be
some
easy
silver.
enough.
Mike says, I've never had those. I'd be legit interested in finding out how they taste. Have you never had mini corn dogs or corn nuggets?
There's Frodo here.
I'm curious, Mike, since we were talking about both.
This is the same map where we fought like some bandits on a while ago. I don't think it's the same location, but it's the same map.
Same
Bloody
layout.
corpse! Ah, beans.
Eyes are not a less scary option. I've made corn dogs once, says Mike, but I don't think they're as good as the real American ones. Gotcha.
She said the thing.
Said the thing.
We need to make a you or me, but it isn't going to be me counter.
That's way too many times.
Shelby,
Clayton
did you
will
hear
just-
that? Did you hear that he finally said boy? By the way.
Oh yeah, no, I heard it when it happened. Like I heard Clayton say something about it as I was going in and out of rooms.
Like he was not. We were so like not prepared for it. He didn't have the button ready. it was funny.
I mean, I honestly never. I thought it was never going to happen. To be real.
And
Oh
what a-
my god!
And what a way for him to actually do it. He just would like screamed it like boy.
Well, these creatures look a mite upset.
That's the queen spider.
Yeah, so I'm going for her first.
Yeah.
Go up, sweep, deadly strike.
Ooh, look at her sack. I just noticed her sack. Oh,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna let
hate
him
it.
take care of that. I'll take care of this.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's What's this?
I was
That's
real
okay.
worried that sack was gonna bust and it was just going to squirt white goo everywhere on you, and I was like, I can't handle that.
Yeah,
there's
you have to
some
take me out
things
to
I don't
dinner
think I
before you
can
do that to
handle.
me.
Hey, Logan.
Hello.
I think you may have turned up your mic just a tad too much.
Well, let me just crank this down just a little bit. How's that? How's that?
Oh,
Give me-
great, Sergio.
Give me a like 75% of the boy you just gave out,
Boy!
and then if you're clipping out,
Boy! Boy!
Agreed, Mike.
it's gonna be our mic check for
Boy.
Logan now.
There was a cocoon I saw suspended in the air that had glitteries on it. I don't remember where I saw that. Boy. Maybe I'm just losing it.
I mean, I saw that when we came in here, and you already got it. So I
What was that?
think you touched his white goo.
Oh.
Oh my God, that doesn't even look like a person. Oh, I
Yes,
don't like that. Sergio says, "Welcome to the beginning of the forest area, Shelby. I am going to need to drink to get through this. I can't handle this."
Hold, outsider. You may be of my kind, but you are
I
not
love your
Dalish.
tattoos.
Why are you here?
I love your tattoos. Hello. I have business with your leader, actually.
And what business is that?
I am a Grey Warden.
That is not a lie that many would attempt. I will bring you to the Keeper then, and he can decide if your business is worthwhile.
As soon as you do that, lady, I'm gonna hit that F5 button. Nah, fuck, cutscene still.
I see we have guests.
Does he have a chain going from his nose to his
Lovely.
ear?
It's a whole colony.
Who are these strangers?
No, I think that's a
Mithra?
tattoo.
I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Maserenus Mithra, you may return to your post.
Princess, she got a
Manuvinin.
big ass bow. Yeah,
that thing is
thing's
friggin'
bigger than
huge.
her.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zafrian, the keeper of this clan. Its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
Yo, mama.
Loving these graphics.
I think we'll get used to it eventually.
Yeah. And Megarai, a pleasure to
If
meet
you
you.
came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Yes, it seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed.
This guy
centuries
gets it
ago.
immediately.
Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me.
Mike says, I'm more surprised at the size of the quill and the arrows. Quinn says, it's like a pseudo Joker scar. Yeah, it is.
The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak. Even with
there's
all
weird
our
weird
magic and
noises.
healing skill, we will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts.
Oh, they're turning into
the
werewolves.
Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
Mike says, I'm really feeling the Windows XP there. Quinn says, the reflections are actually pretty good on his paladrones.
Yeah, pauldrons,
Pauldrons.
the shoulder armor. You hear that
Is
guy,
there no
one
way
guy
to help
screaming in
your-
the background?
Repeatedly.
The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no
What,
trivial
blood of
task to
werewolves?
retrieve.
You're talking about a werewolf.
No, but it is the one who made these werewolves come to be.
Oh.
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him
Brazilian
Witherfang.
forest?
It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us.
There's a whole lot of stuff based on what ifs.
Yeah.
I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned.
I mean,
cannot
dude's
risk
got a
any
huge
more of
staff
my
too.
kind.
Like everything is bigger than the bodies of the people here.
Not Texas.
I got bigger douches here too. I'm gonna go with you said could perhaps destroy the curse?
There is no guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
I'll find this Witherfang for you.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest.
Deja vu.
It has a history
Deja vu.
full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death.
Have we done
the
this
veil
before?
separating
Not
the
in this
spirit
game. I
realm
feel like
from
I feel like
Oh,
we've
the
done this
veil.
before though.
Allowing spirits to possess
What, go into the
things,
forest and fight
living or
werewolves?
dead.
Yeah, I feel like we've
Yeah,
had to
that's
do
a
this
Fable
before.
thing.
Need help,
Okay.
then
Fable
I
1
wish
had us
you
do
luck.
that.
It was like I totally have some real fives here. Okay, we got some questions.
There was a whole
Make them
quest line
quick,
where we
if
had
you
to go
please.
track
I have much
down
to do
somebody
here.
in the village who was a
My
werewolf, and
apprentice
he chased us
Lanaya
all
or
around the whole
Sayra,
village.
The Clan's storyteller could provide you with answers just as easily.
Okay, how do I find Witherfang? Do you have any advice?
Watch for the white wolves. They are his eyes and ears in the forest.
Tell me more about this curse the hunters
There is
suffer
not
from.
much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
Meg says, I'm working on a puzzle with my mom, but I have y'all on my phone in my ear. If you need me, just say my name first. Or say my name first.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be like, hey Meg, how do you defeat Witherfang? She'll be like, oh, you shoot him with a silver crossbow bolt.
Well, see, in
duh.
Pokemon, you gotta. So did all werewolves everywhere stem from
No.
Witherfang?
The ones from this forest, however, do.
So if a werewolf bites me, I'll become infected?
It is possible, but not guaranteed.
I mean, I
The
feel
only
like
way
we
to
should...
protect against the
we're
curse
pretty tough.
is not to be bitten.
makes this one. Now you spoiled it.
Oh, dang. I hate when I do that.
How do you know if you've been infected by
You
the
will
curse?
know within a matter of days.
Oh,
You will
days.
begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable. If that happens,
So that's
you
me
should seek
on a
out Witherfang
Tuesday.
even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal.
How did this curse start?
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Right.
Go on then.
Say Rel.
I must return to caring for my people.
Well, go on, say it.
Creator's speed on your way.
All right, so there's got to be lots more people to talk to around in here. So let's adventure this very
see
detailed-looking boat bus
Please
thing.
leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
Yeah, these people grumpy. Can I ask what's
What
inside?
is the point? It is none of your business, so please, leave it be.
Bitch.
Is that Zerathorn? I feel like we
Yeah.
lied to her and say Zerathorn said we could have it. He's right there.
I mean, do it.
Underanitation, Grey Warden. My name is Lanaya. I am Zathrian's first, what you might call an apprentice, perhaps. I've been studying under the Keeper all my life. I am a bit curious of the outside world. Do you mind if I ask you a question or two?
If you like, go ahead.
I hear the human cities are very large, thousands upon thousands of
She said.
souls all packed together in their houses. Is that true?
You know, weirdly enough, even though their hands still look gross, I don't mind them as much with the low graphic settings.
I'm gonna go, yes, some are larger than the eye can see.
How very loud that must be with everyone talking all at once. I try to imagine those
Like,
of our
at least
people
their
living in
hands.
such a place, surrounded by walls
And
of
not leather,
stone
I
and
mean metal, I
indifference,
mean leather, I mean
It
hand flesh, I mean
is a difficult
rabbit
thought.
flesh.
They are just used to it, just as the humans are.
Being accustomed to pain and suffering does not make it any less tragic. It is said that one day we will have a land of our own. We Dalish gather the ancient wisdom in preparation for this. When that day comes, all elves, even those who have forgotten, will reclaim their former glory. I have one more question, though I'm not sure you can answer it. Do the humans ever regret what they did to us?
I'm gonna say I think some of them do. Not all humans are the same.
And yet, even if some regret, they do nothing. A poet once wrote of them before the fall of the Dales. Like dragons they fly, glory upon wings. Like dragons, they savage, fearsome, pretty things. But you don't need me to quote poetry to you. Forgive me. Perhaps you have some questions of your own.
Yes, I sure do. Let's start with tell me about yourself.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. Not too different from you, I imagine.
God,
I came to the
graphics
Dalish
just
at a
getting
very
at
young
me.
age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came
I'm
from.
so spoiled. How did you come to the Dalish if you were so
My
young?
parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant
You know
for
what
several
that
years.
means.
Yeah. I'm sorry, it must have been horrible.
It was. Though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more.
You said that the Dalish rescued you from the bandits?
The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since.
Didn't you have family you could return
It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with the man who rescued me. The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however.
to? Let's ask about a keeper. So how did you become a keeper?
I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood.
You must be proud of your
I
accomplishments.
am. The ceremony where Zathrian anointed me as his first was the proudest day of my life. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
What does a keeper do exactly?
A keeper is, first and foremost, the leader of the clan. He decides where we go and when we shall move. He's also responsible for knowing the clan's ancient lore and passing it on to the others in the clan. Without a keeper, the clan's knowledge is lost forever, so the clan protects him like no other.
See if there's anything more about
I'm
herself?
hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest
Okay.
of my clan,
This was the
it's
same
only
one as
because I was
before.
born amongst humans. Not too different from you, I imagine. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from.
Okay. Let's talk about what can you tell me about Zathrin?
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them.
Ooh, lost much? What has he lost?
He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circum wings. Like,
Why are the
they
Dalish so
have reason.
hostile?
Since the days of Arlathan, my people have been either subjugated or homeless.
What is this Arlathan you mentioned?
It was our ancestral home, long ago when the humans first came to these lands. We were free then, and immortal. We did not know how to deal with the humans, and in the end, they turned their power against us and destroyed Arlathan.
Sounds like
Our
humans.
ancestors were enslaved, and our culture lost forever.
Does Arlathan still exist?
Not to my knowledge. According to the old tales, the human mages sank Arlathan into the ground, crushing it beneath the rock.
But the elves were eventually freed,
Yes.
right?
After a millennium of slavery, our people were freed by Andraste, the human's prophet who spawned the Chantry.
I'm gonna go with, but did you worship
We
the Maker?
worship the creators, as we always have. We give thanks to Andraste for her part in our freedom, but we do not worship her or her god.
Didn't Arlathan
The
fight
Tevinter
back?
Imperium was a force to be reckoned with. It was ruled by mages with powerful blood magic. Though Arlathan fought, they lost.
Elves were immortal
They
then?
died, but not of an aged body as other races do. Not until the humans came. According to the legends, association with humans caused us to quicken. Our blood sped, and we began to age. So we avoided them naturally. And then we were enslaved by them for 1,000 years. And in so doing, we all were quickened permanently and our immortality destroyed. Or so the old tales say.
Galding humans,
Oh, interesting.
messing everything up.
Sounds right. Could you get your lifespan
In
back?
time and with seclusion. We Dalish have lengthy lifespans, and they will get longer. Zathrian himself has lived many centuries, though that is unusual even for us.
So, you lost a war. You wouldn't be the
One
first.
wonders why we weren't more prepared when the humans conquered our second homeland. We will be more cautious if we ever have a third.
It's a good idea. Ooh, is there no way to get on your clan's good side?
It requires an individual to prove he is not the outsider we have come to expect. Your own task to help our clan is certainly a step in the right direction.
Okay. Your homeland was called the Dales, I thought.
That was our second homeland. Our first was the great city of Arlathan. The Dales came when they were freed from enslavement. Elves everywhere journeyed hundreds and thousands of miles to the Dales, eager to start their lives anew. They called it the Long Walk. They reached the Dales and made it their own. And one day it was taken from us too, and you wonder why we are hostile.
I guess I have to do this one, but I don't want to. But I'm not responsible for what's been done to the
That's
elves.
true, and you're not even a human, so it's doubly unfair. But fairness does not play into such feelings. No outsider has ever been good for us.
I wouldn't act like them.
Oh?
I could change things.
That is easy to say when you are not a homeless wanderer of a broken people. 'Tis all we can do to cling onto our past now. Perhaps this may change one day, but I believe the humans would have to take the first steps, if they are capable.
I already had the option to say wasn't your homeland called the Dales. All right, we're gonna ask
Certainly.
something else. I should go.
As you wish.
Apparently.
Darth Shirel.
We should try to talk to, oh, he's right there. He's moved over closer.
I think she
Saffron.
was in front of the box, and when we talked to her, she moved closer.
Ah, good point.
That's do you want to talk to him again?
Yeah, I just want to see if anything else
Yes.
shows up.
What is it you need? Have you news?
Spoke to Linnea about
And
you.
what did she have to say?
Linnea obviously thinks very highly of you.
And I of her. One day she will be keeper after I'm gone. She is more than ready.
I'm gonna say I need equipment.
Then I
Let's
suggest
see
you
if
see Master Verathor.
maybe that gives us the
I
things
will
to get the
instruct him to put aside
open
some
that
supplies
test.
for you, the kind that the hunters use.
Got
Make
anything
them
else,
quick,
sir?
if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's
We need something to
storyteller,
find
could
Sayrel.
provide you with answers just as easily.
Okay, nope.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
So you want to try opening the chest again?
Yeah, and if not, then we'll have to go find this Master Valoran. Nope, still gets mad at it.
You have betrayed the trust of my clan, and no doubt stolen from us. Zathrian shall hear
What?
this, I assure you.
What? Hold on, I have to think. I'm gonna say I didn't take anything.
Even if that's true, you should not have opened the chest. I warned you, didn't I? Suppose I should not be surprised. Zathrian was right. I'm too trusting of outsiders. Go, do what you said
Sergio
you
says
would,
we should
and bother me
reload.
no more.
Well, I thought because whatever.
I'm glad I did a quick save real quick. Yeah, let's not mess with that chest anymore. I didn't take anything. I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's this person?
Live with it, fools. Well, I mean, live with what? She's not mad at us.
We're gonna turn into bad boy.
Blonde hair, silver hair. Blonde hair, silver hair. Oh, look. A box I can steal from.
Are we allowed to open this box, or are they gonna fuck us?
I'm going to take it anyway. What are they going to do? Look at the save file. There's nothing about saying that we did that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Also,
I greet you, stranger. It is good to see another elf, even if you are not one of the wandering clans. I trust my people have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
now I'm just angry. Actually, everyone's been quite accommodating.
We welcome our brethren, even if they have
Do you,
forgotten
though?
the old ways. That is our charge, after all. To keep the old lore alive until we can bring it back for all. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest.
No, I don't think
join
I
you,
will
but
now.
Zathrian has forbidden me.
This guy looks like he's been struck by lightning. Yeah, it kind of does. Forbidden you?
We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper.
Why do you want to enter the forest?
I suppose there's no harm in telling a fellow elf, but surely you have greater concerns than any problem of mine, no?
I'd like to hear about
Well,
it. That's
perhaps
why I
you could
asked.
help me with it. I would certainly appreciate anything you could do. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely, the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her.
And if she was a werewolf, and the elf chased her and then found her, what then? Sweet, blissful reunion?
Did you show the thing on stream,
don't know.
Clayton, that you made?
Maybe she
thing?
would know me as
Yeah.
her love even still?
More likely she would love to eat you.
If I could just
You'll have to show
know
Logan
if
once
Denilah is
it's done
alive or
with
what
this.
happened to her, then I could be at peace.
I will seek her out in the forest.
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
Do you have where you can look up what's going on stream?
I can.
And Clayton can show you what he did.
All right,
Let
I'm
me
looking.
know. Okay.
I won't be able to see it, but I know what it is. Stuck in an ad. What were the words you chose?
You cheated.
Great. Fucking great.
That's fantastic.
All right, who else can we talk to? There's definitely more people we're missing around here.
There's a vendor over here. We can.
We should examine. Oh, good.
Okay.
More stuff for the codex we're not going to read.
Yeah, not gonna read all those words.
Are we allowed to open those chests up, or are you gonna, like, you know, fucking hit me?
I'm gonna take these boots right in front of you. What are you gonna do about it? Dork.
Absolutely nothing.
Another chest.
Ooh,
Yeah.
lots of stuff.
Yep, definitely taking all that.
Master Verathorn keeps us very busy.
Oh, this is the guy that makes weapons.
many decades.
Yeah, talk to
What
him.
are you doing?
Let's see if he has a
You've
backpack.
warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Verathorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Verathorn.
And so they should. Truly, the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction.
What is he banging on?
Is there something
the
that you
air?
Bang, bang, bang.
Start with the conversational stuff. What do you make
I'm
here?
the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect.
Ooh, are we gonna collect some iron
This
bark?
means I cannot make our finest crafts for years to come.
Yeah, it was twisting. Quinn says it looks like he's trying to make an axe with the same motion as a wrench. What if I found some iron bark
I would
for
be
you?
hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive. You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. If you find some, bring it to me.
It's gonna be like the
and I will
star
craft it for you.
stuff that we got crafted. We'll get like a cool weapon from it.
Yeah, it's also gonna be like the dog poison.
What kind of item would you like?
I
Would you
excel in
make?
making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
Very well. I will take a look when I'm in the forest.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
Who? Oh, yeah.
I was told you could supply me with equipment.
Yes, yes. The Keeper sent word that you might ask me for such. I took the liberty of assembling some goods that our hunters use. I notice you've already found the chest I placed it in. Feel free to sort through and take whatever you found there. If you've not done so already.
I had to come talk to this fucking guy first. Lord Almighty. Is there any other equipment you could
I
spare?
have nothing left that the clan could spare, but we do have goods that we were going to bring to the Shemlin villages to barter with.
I would like to barter with
I am
you.
no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
All right.
No backpack.
Any gifts?
Reinforced armor. Light armor. 17 strength. This is better than the leather armor I'm currently wearing.
As barter, but the price is set in stone. That's a good point.
Well, you don't see the part before where he says the number because we said pretty please, and this is after we've bartered, obviously. Hardened light boots. This is exactly the same except they give me +3 defense. Dalish gloves. I'm not seeing any downsides to this. Except these. My helm I already have is way better than this.
We might also get some of the stuff being in the woods. That's up to you if you want to spend the money on it or not.
I mean, we got 68, and it would be, what, like 5 to get everything that I want?
You're not going to have enough silver.
It's, 1 gold is 100 silver.
Oh.
Oh, this isn't a Dalish helm. This is a leather helm. believe Meg told me to sell this at one point, so I'm going to do that. Gifts. Gifts. Don't see any gifts.
What's this silver brooch?
Silver brooch. It's a gift. Oh.
Chastened robes? No, okay.
Chainsind?
I'm making a
That's a word I don't know how to
assumptions.
pronounce.
based on
Probably
their
something
names if they're a gift or not.
It's probably something silly like chassis or something. Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see any backpacks. Backpacks are usually at the bottom. Alright, what's this sword? Way too much for me. Is this a dagger? Yes, this is a dagger. My dagger, Beastman's dagger, is better than this. If I recall correctly, your cunning skill actually helps you get better prices. Oh, well, it's a good thing I keep throwing stuff into that. I think that's about all we can get out of him.
No, don't forget. Let's go equip some of this shit.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Armor. Baelish. Hardened. Baelish leather. Reinforced. It looks as... I didn't equip it. There we go.
Ah, it looks so pretty now.
Baelish armor.
Ooh. Well, at least it's not nipply.
Yeah. Another stud nips. This is a one-handed sword he just gave us, but Green Blade is way better than that. You're gonna get nipply in the mountains, though. Yeah, but that's not gonna be because there's studs right on where our nips would be.
Right. Natural nips are different than man-made nips on a breastplate.
Yeah. One of them's just what happens. The other one's like over-sexualized weirdness.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I think. Right? Baelish, reinforced. Baelish, reinforced. Baelish, reinforced. No. No. No, no, no. Baelish, hardened. Baelish leather. Did I not get... Guess I didn't. Okay.
Your back is gonna be burned.
Just a weird line of sunburn across like one stripe of my back.
Yeah.
Okay, there's somebody with an exclamation point over here.
Still haven't found the other person that their name starts with an S.
Hello?
Oh, you're
Hello?
a child. Hello yourself. Who are you?
I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I
Hunting
wish I
Kamen?
could become a real hunter.
Why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand.
Cross your arms. Try me. I might surprise you.
I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a
Sad
true
Link
hunter,
over
I must
here.
bring
That's
back the
great,
pelt of
Clay.
the beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or something. I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Oh, God. He's in love with the girl.
Oh, we're gonna get him to
It's my heart's
smooch.
desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no
You see him
child.
casually standing
If
up
I was a
against,
hunter,
like
I
leaning
could
up against the
prove it, but I
tree there.
cannot hunt, and
Like a Disney character.
Dana will never bond with me. I feel so helpless.
I feel like we're gonna break out in a song and dance any
I
moment
shouldn't
here.
have brought it up. Just leave me to my misery.
There must be some way to solve your
You
problem.
think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
Ooh. To be very careful with what I choose here. We're gonna go with, have you tried wooing her?
Wooing? I don't understand.
Romance her, bro!
I've serenaded
Go up to her and go,
we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her.
Have you tried giving her a gift?
A gift? No, that wouldn't be appropriate. Not before we're married.
Give her romance candy, says Clay.
I'm guessing that's a Yakuza thing.
No. I thought it honestly was a JoJo thing. How can showing... Oh, Viva Pinata!
Oh.
How about really showing your love?
I've serenaded her, and we've talked many times under the moon. But that doesn't matter if I'm still an apprentice. Not to her.
She'll never notice me.
Let me think of something else then.
Such as?
I don't know. I didn't want to tell you to bet her.
No, we go over to her, we point at him and say, hey, he thinks you're cute.
Perhaps I talk to her for
I
you?
suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed.
Why not go into the
But
forest
keeper
anyway?
said- No, I just can't.
Nah,
What
in
if I encountered
JoJo,
a
you just
werewolf?
call the girl
I couldn't
ugly,
defeat one of those
apparently,
on my
says
own.
Quentin. Oh. 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 Mm. Ooh. Ooh. If we take him and get him killed, this is going to be very bad. Why not come with me then?
The keeper would know right away if I left camp.
Okay.
Masiranis for the offer, however. That's very kind of you.
Alright, I guess I'm supposed to get you a
No,
pelt.
I
I feel like
couldn't
that
do
shouldn't
that.
work though.
I must kill the beast myself. It is my rite of passage to become a full hunter.
Persuade, okay? Do you want to marry her or not? Make a decision.
All right. I do want to marry Gaina before she marries someone else. So you would get a pelt for me? Why would you do that?
To see you two together, of course.
Then I am very grateful. I will pray to Andrul, the goddess of the hunt, for your success.
Cheater, cheater.
I never thought I'd ever set foot in a Dalish camp.
Alright, still need to look around these people because there's still someone we haven't talked to yet, and their name starts with an S.
Okay.
Clayton says,
Hunter, elf
Clayton
child.
says, maybe she'd like you if you weren't wearing knockoff Doom guy armor. I mean,
Oh, he is.
honestly.
This
I
guy's
couldn't
name's
even
Cyril.
tell. Oh, yes, that's the one you talked to.
We few wanderers greet you, friend. We do not see many of our city brethren here in the woods. Would you help us break our fast?
Yes, like that.
Come then
Food.
and sit. Join us by the fire. I am Cyril, the clan's tale-teller. I understand you are venturing into the haunted forest to save our hunters. I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters
We
went
sat
into the
down and
forest
now
to do
we're
as you
getting
intend,
up.
and they have not returned.
Keeper mentioned
Then you
that.
are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the
I
danger
know,
that
right,
awaits.
Quentin? Make the old
Your
dying lady
courage
sit on the
impresses
ground.
us greatly.
I must deal with the blight. If I can help you, I will.
Nothing will help us now. Least of all, the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse
Clayton
our
says,
hunter's help
did I ever
simply
tell you how I
because
got
of
these
the hand that
scars?
offered it?
A lot of Joker references tonight from these tattoos.
I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons the Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. and then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
Yes, I'd like that.
Come and join us then, all of you.
Yep, old lady on the ground again. Alistair's
The
even
elf wants to
sitting
tell
on a fucking
stories.
bench.
Do we truly have time for such drivel?
Shut up,
I
Shale.
imagine an ancient being such as yourself would have many stories to tell. Hmm?
He hates birds shitting on him.
Indeed. I have 30 years worth of tales involving pastoral village life and being defecated on by pigeons. Riveting stuff.
And far more than that, I suspect. Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of you children knows that best?
I can see up that guy's
think I do.
pants.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be
I
frightened
can see
of
his
the
pants, too.
outsiders. Now,
He's got pants on at least. The other guy looks like it just goes right up into their crotch. No undergarments on.
yes. Long
Assumes
ago,
the
our
void.
people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest magic. They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were freed.
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild the culture and history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
Wait, quiz time. Ah! You were
They were-
invaded by the humans.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker. And they resented our ways because they were
Always,
so
it's
different
always religion
from
that
their
starts
own.
it.
The Shemlin nations grew cold.
The
towards
Crusades
They
were
called us blasphemers
fucking founded
and
on that for
tyrants,
years and
and
years.
declared war upon us. A great crusade.
I didn't know. The war we started, I'm told.
Told by whom?
Mecharai's leaving the barn door
that has
open
been
too. Oh, I
dictated
didn't
by
look
the
at hers.
victors, no doubt.
She got her legs wide open.
I am certain we played a part in our death.
Like I go,
We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift.
You say that, but I'm totally gonna look as soon as I get an opportunity.
They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child.
It's child's
We chose
voice.
to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the
What's that?
Shemlin.
Yeah, they're not
And all our
Dales, they're
clans
just
wander alone
Dalish.
until the day we have a homeland once more.
And we bring the old ways back to our
They were the
people,
Dalish
because
from
they have
Dales.
forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost law.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
Tell me about the forest. Thank you. I enjoyed it very much.
Perhaps one day you will tell us a tale of your people. A day when you are not guest and stranger, but savior. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know of the Brazilian forest. Do you wish to hear it?
Yes, tell me
Our
about the
legends
forest.
say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland. The people of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its name. If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
And
So much death in one place tore the veil into the beyond. The Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world freely. The legends say that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang, who passed its curse of rage onto men and created werewolves.
Witherfang still exists
So
today.
Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain. At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
So there are many spirits in the
The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead.
Ah, lovely.
They yearn
Gonna have
for
those
true
again.
life, you see.
There were battles in the forest.
Who can say what value the Imperium placed on this land? And how many elves died here in slavery? Even the barbarians who came to overthrow the Imperium fought and died on this soil.
How many werewolves are there?
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, a curse.
Mike says, I'm at the
spread anew
Timefall
to a
farm
fury
area.
with
I
each
hate
passing
that
year.
place. Send help.
They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves
Mike's playing
survive
Death Stranding?
by passing their curse to their offspring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have had no new blood. Until now, that is.
Had the hunters become
It is
werewolves?
said that one or two have
that,
turned
that,
already, though
there's
the
one
Keeper
area I
denies it.
fucking hate in
As
that
for the
game. It's
rest,
so
They
annoying.
will either die or turn, unless
Logan hates it
they are
because
killed out of
him and his
mercy.
mom get in a fight about
I
the
would rather die than
the
become a
stupid
ravening,
damn
soulless beast.
zip lines.
Wouldn't you?
zip line. Game also tends to crash also there for some reason. That's weird. They shouldn't have crashing issues. That's all I need
One
to know.
last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
Alright. So now let's go talk to, I think now we can open that chest and it's all fine. Because we've talked to, what's his name? The Master Valoran.
Alright.
Hold on.
But we didn't ask him if we could have what's in the chest.
Talk to him first, Zathrian.
Yes? What is it you need? Have you news?
I'm gonna do the. I need some
Then I
equipment.
suggest you see Master Verathorn. I will instruct him to put aside some supplies for you. The
Maybe
kind
not.
that the hunters use.
We didn't do it yet, Sergio. I guess we shouldn't.
I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
I don't think we're going to be able to be good and open that chest at the same time.
All right. Anything else in this map that you can see of?
Nothing on the map.
Oh, you want to go talk to the girl?
The girl?
The one that the Disney character's crushing on? She was
Oh.
down and to the left.
That's right.
Dana. He did, but he also
Under
gave us,
invitation,
I thought, that stuff.
That was a different chest.
That's why I was gonna do it, but then I got nervous. You're Gaina, correct? Hammond mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
He said that you refused to give him your
Oh.
hand.
I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
If you love him, it doesn't matter what he
But
is, does it?
What if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
Oh, be nice. If you love him, then believe in him and help him
Oh,
succeed.
you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt. Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen.
Oh.
Kamen, I have been a fool.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
Thank you, Gaina. You've made me a happy man.
I feel like this is the best
blessed
outcome.
by the gods today.
Because I feel like if we'd have brought him back just the pelt, then it would have been cheating, and he would have gotten
We
in
are
trouble.
both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
And he wouldn't have got the girl.
How marvelous you are. I am so happy.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Alright, is there anyone else near that campfire we can talk? Oh, there's a chest. Hold on.
Good
Now you
call.
may open.
Aw. I wanted to run up it. Alright, I think... What is this?
What?
Item set bonus. Matching equipment is probably... Or is providing an item set bonus. Oh, cool. Okay, I think we're ready to go into the woods.
Let's do it.
Trying as hard as I can.
Area unlocked. The West
Let's try
Brazilian
not to get
Forest.
too lost. It's easy to get turned around in a place like this.
Oh, apparently got enemies. As long as it's not spiders, I'm cool.
Puppy!
Yeah, pet the puppies. There's another one coming up behind you. Oh. Oh, big boy.
Is it Witherfang?
Alright, how many pelts are you gonna get?
Right.
None.
As you wish.
None.
Oh, one.
One. Thank you. All right.
Coming up. Really?
Wait, they want to talk.
Yeah.
The Watchwolves have spoken truly, my brothers and sisters. Another of the Gaelish come to put us in our place. Come to make us pay for our attack.
Are you there?
Yeah, I'm just debating. I mean, there's no like nice way, but they're kind of assholes.
I think
You
the
speak?
nicest thing on there. I think the nicest thing on there is I'm no servant of the Dalish.
Yeah, but I'm poking the bear, or in this case, the werewolf. You speak. I thought werewolves were savage beasts.
We are beasts, but we are no longer simple and mindless. Let that thought chill your spine. You speak to Swift Runner. I lead my cursed brothers and sisters. Turn back now. Go back to the Dalish and tell them that you have failed. Tell them we will gladly watch them suffer the same curse we have suffered for too long. We will watch them pay.
Why do I watch them pay? Okay. Yeah, you sound as if you hate the Dalish a great deal.
That we do. How dare they send you here against us? Turn and leave while you still have the chance.
I would do the persuade.
I would prefer to talk to you. I mean you no harm.
Was it not Zathrian who sent you? He wishes only our destruction, never to go.
Oh, what if we get the werewolves on our team?
Be helpful. Alright, here we go. You talk of Zathrian as if you know him.
We have never met, he and I. He would not survive the experience. I swear it.
Why do you hate him so much?
You know nothing, do you?
No, I don't. That's why I want you to
Nothing
tell me
of
more
us,
stuff.
And even
Why we're
less
asking
of
questions,
those you
silly.
serve. You are a fool. And we are done talking. Run from the forest while you can. Run to the Dalish and tell them they are doomed.
I don't want to fight, but neither can I retreat.
I do not wish to fight you either, but we cannot trust you. Come, brothers and sisters, let us retreat. The forest has eyes of its own, and it will deal with intruders as it always has.
I think we should try to not kill the werewolves if we have the opportunity to.
Achievement unlocked.
Hey.
Silver tongue.
By not fighting the werewolves, I think.
Probably.
Okay, so they went that way, so... It's a weird flower.
Yeah, I was gonna say. It's a gift.
It's a gift. Oh.
The dead body.
I'm sure that's not a trap.
Nah, it's probably gonna do something. Okay. It's too easy. How dare we accuse this game of trying to trick us?
They would never do such a thing, therefore, after.
Right. On it.
Well, that's the exit. This is where I fought those wolves and werewolves earlier. Oh gosh, we went in a big dang circle.
Yeah. Kind of to be expected.
So we kind of went like this first, then we came up and went like around this, and then back up.
Doesn't look there's really much over here.
Careful. Oh, these creatures look a mite upset.
Well, we're definitely killing them.
These are rabid werewolves. One of them is.
Hey, got a pelt.
Right.
Huh. So like a consumable that lets you sense traps easier.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's still playing like you're fighting music.
There's still a red arrow telling you there's enemies up ahead.
Works.
Yes, we got the two elves together. With no necessary to give him a pellet or anything like that. Oh look, someone hurt but still not dead.
Who comes?
Not
You're badly wounded. What happened to you?
We were sent to find Witherfang. Bring his heart. Attacked.
Spoiler. Oh.
Kill him while he's unconscious?
I feel like we should
Wow.
take him back to the camp.
Yeah, I agree.
Who's carrying him?
Grey Warden. Our scouts saw you approaching and tell me you carry the body of one of our hunters with you. Ah, Dagon. He is wounded, but I think he will live. Mas Sirenas, your help is appreciated. Come, Lethaline, let us take Dagon to the Keeper, and quickly. If we are lucky, we may still save him.
Hey, win approves. +4. Apparently we completed a quest with that. Oh, I don't know.
Back here.
Right, constant. Just like me earlier. I was in Trey and Oria's room and I was working on association with Charm. And they got into a skirmish and I was nervous and wanted to check Charm. So I just literally pounded my feet on the floor because their room's on the second story. And I just stomped my feet like shale to tell Clayton I needed him to get upstairs immediately because I was holding one cat and couldn't call him on my phone or didn't want to walk around the house with her in my hands. And he came running. He got the hint very quickly.
Oh, sure. Clay comes running when you stomp the ground, but if I totally beef it in your shower...
I mean, I repeatedly stomped on the ground, like, with everything I had to get him up here.
Dude, when I did that, I was so scared. Like...
I didn't hear it.
Clayton said he heard something. Whoops, what did I hit pause? When I fell, I started going down, and the back of the tub is at a slant. So my butt hit the slant, my fall turned into a slide, and my butt hit the back or the top of the slant, and went all the way across the bottom of the tub, and I was like, the bottom of my ass went right up against the front of the tub. My feet were in the air, the water was spraying down in my face, and all I could think was, oh my god, I don't want them to investigate that sound and catch me with my feet in the fucking air, water spraying me in the face, butt ass naked. So I'm like, get up, get up, get up.
We would never just come into the bathroom, though. We would knock and be like, hey, are you okay? And if you didn't respond, then it'd be like, all right, well, Clay, you got to go in and make sure he's not dead.
Were we done here?
No.
What are our quests right now? I don't really know what we're supposed to be doing.
We're going to find the big werewolf called Witherfang.
Right.
Yeah, see. Slay Witherfang. Ross trying to find the wife.
Rare iron bar.
And
Okay,
then
so
wood.
We're looking for... And then this right here...
Nature of the Beast.
Nature of the Beast is our main objective here.
Correct.
So I made the Iron Bark objective on my name, and it's telling me to go this way.
And that's what we were fighting before. And we're now getting back to
right,
this area.
Aw.
And finding people or wolves. No.
Oh, we're fighting these freaking guys. What the
Oh! Yeah, I'm gonna say ignore the tiny and go for the big. Nope, okay.
frick? Actually, I'm gonna do this instead.
Okay, go for him. Ah, he's a pretty boy.
I'm trying to attack him.
Let them deal with the big boy back there.
It's either you or me, and is it gonna be me?
Oh, here he goes with the line. Oh, he pushed you on your ass.
Yeah. What's happening?
I don't know. Shale was like winding up. Oh, something's shooting you from behind.
Oh, Shale, take care of him.
He's making noises going. Ow, ow,
Is that big fucking guy dead yet? Yeah, they're coming over here.
Good job.
Hey, who killed this?
A lot of blood.
Let's get started.
I was playing with, I don't remember who I was playing with. We were playing Werewolf. And, the first night we woke up, the first thing I did, the GM was like, this person died in the night. And the first thing I did was I pointed at them and said, hey, who killed this? The Iron Bark should be around here somewhere.
Something's, yeah, I bet you that's...
Gravestone. Mystic Site of Power. No, that's not Iron Bark
Right
at all.
click it. Right click it.
Gravestone says,
Let's get started.
you see a tombstone before you. It gives you an uneasy feeling.
What about right clicking the big mysterious...
Mystic Stone of Mystical Site Power.
Oh, what did that do? Now look at the gravestone. Did anything change? Can you read it now?
No.
No. Interesting.
And I can't click the Mystic Site of Power anymore.
Like it dusted out black fog and it's done now.
I don't know. I don't know what that did. Meg's yelling at us to wait.
Oh. Okay.
Frick. Rubble. Ox bone and painted skyball.
There will be other gravestones. It
Okay,
must be
walk on
something
this.
else.
No.
No, you can't.
Alright, let's keep following our objective. Find that iron wood. Oh fuck, that scared me.
What?
Oh my god.
Why did that scare you?
I don't know. I wasn't expecting the fucking tree to start moving.
It is a thing, that's for sure. Wild Sylvan. Oh! Oh, he fighting. Interestingly. Oh, he's on the arc.
He ain't nothing.
Oh, is he the wood that we need? No, that wasn't the name of the wood. Oh, it's the fallen tree behind it that we are here for. Iron bark. I'm really surprised you didn't get anything from that.
Yeah, well, it's a tree. We get stick. Alright, Lost to the Curse.
Raid rare iron bark real quick.
We found the iron
I
bark.
just want to make sure we didn't need to like buy more. Oh. Oh. Oh, Meg says we need to save before the gravestones each time.
Okay, we did that time, but just because we didn't know what the fuck was going on. And I have no objective on my map for this.
We may need to.
So let's head back. Let's go turn in this iron bark thing.
Okay.
I think I'm heading the right way.
Mm-hmm. There's dead bodies.
Boom, boom, boom. Alright, where's the feller who wanted this shit?
It is good to see you again. Have you need of something?
Found some iron bark for you.
Truly? Let me see. Yes, that is indeed iron bark, and a substantial quantity of it as well. Well done. An agreement is an agreement, and I will craft something from this wood for you. What would you like? A bow, or perhaps a breastplate?
Use bows.
I mean, plate. We don't use plate.
What is that, Clay?
It's the ominous JoJo kanji.
Oh, okay. This is a gear question. Do you want a breastplate?
We
Did
can't
anyone
use
else?
plate. Yeah, let's take the plate.
Manuvinin, I will craft it myself. Watch if you prefer. It will not take long.
Bossy.
And I've reformed the wood to my will. A Dalish breastplate for you. May it serve you well.
All right, now go look at it.
Can't wear it.
Is that it?
It requires
yeah,
30 strength.
Armor.
You can wear it.
Plus 3 armor.
And it
plus
is not
4.
nearly as good as his plate. I mean,
You've got it at least.
you got it. Alright, let's head. Let me do this. Lost to the curse. Make active. It doesn't pop up.
We may not have gone deep enough in the area for it to trigger, you know?
It's a world map. I went the wrong way.
As you wish.
That one doesn't pop up either.
Nope. We just got an adventure.
We'll find him. Maybe we could like barter peace between the werewolves and the elves, and they'll both help us fight the blight.
Certainly would be helpful. And real Mass Effect vibes. It's almost like it's made by the same developer. Oh, wait.
We could definitely do some Quarry and Geth negotiation styles.
God, I can't believe I towed the line on that so perfectly still to this
Dude,
day.
you friggin' nailed it. And I was sitting there chewing my nails like, oh god.
I would
please.
have. Oh, there's a. Hold on. There's things to the right if you want to go get them. Sorry, I meant enemies.
Oh. Really? Where?
Those tree thingies, don't they look?
Oh. I totally did not see that. They would have scared the shit out of me. Did you do that?
No. The game was like, I just saved it. The game's like, no, you need another save. 2 seconds after. Careful you don't go too far in. You may wake up the next one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to sneak attack that.
This is going to be quite an ordeal.
What?
Oh. Wolves.
Right.
Yeah, every time.
You keep trying to terrorize me. It's not working. Nerves of steel.
All right, first section. Oh, keep going! Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Oh, you're collecting stuff. I was like, don't you whistle
Oh, you
out?
thought I was? Oh no! I was just looking for.
Frozen lightning. What the fuck is that?
I don't know. It's like some kind of gem or something.
Oh.
He looks like he fell asleep in a bush.
mean, couldn't you just like use some fire bolts on this bad boy and just light him up? They're actually not that hard to take down.
Did she turn real big for a second?
Not that I noticed. I was more actually trying to figure out on the left if there was someone dead or not.
There's so many of those dudes here.
I imagine this is something we have to do. Grand Oak. We need to talk to the Grand Oak.
Look, it's got a freaking face on it, dude.
Yeah, you do.
They all do. Oh my god, I never noticed until just now.
What manner of beast be thee that comes before this elder tree?
Oh, he speaks in rhyme.
God does. Why would I say, can't you see me? I'm a werewolf? What? What?
Persuade.
Yeah, it's weird.
I say you do that one.
Poetry.
This freaking guy.
Good. It's good. Why would I want to tell him I'm a werewolf?
Because he probably won't attack you.
Okay. I'm going to tell him I'm a werewolf.
Where thou sayest? How can this be? I sense no curse inside of thee. Could it be instead a lie? There is no need. Why even try?
Very well. I am an elf.
Ah, yes. I remember thee. Long ago, the elves roamed free, their numbers few and passing fast, until one eve we saw their last. Allow me a moment to welcome thee. I am called the Grand Oak, sometimes the Elder Tree.
The world is certainly full of marvelous,
She looks rough.
unexpected
She looks like she got frozen.
Each day we see something that we never thought possible.
And unless
He's turning into a
thou
werewolf killer.
thinkst it far too soon, might I ask of thee a boon?
Ed?
Huh?
Ed Boon?
What's this boon you mentioned? Wait, no. I don't want to do that yet. I want to do other stuff. I think that'll progress us. So what are you exactly?
I am an elder oak and nothing more. Though once I dreamt of a time before when I roamed the world and howled with pain. Not of this world, but twixt and twain. Perhaps I was a spirit then, a wandering thing drawn to this glen.
Keep hearing
But
Shale
then that
shuffling,
spirit
adjusting his
joined
feet.
with a tree.
Yeah.
Since then, a tree is all I be.
Huh. You're much more than just a tree.
There are many just as I, but mad they are. I shall not lie. A spirit trapped within a tree, no mouth to scream or eyes to see. A cage of bark, a prison wood, a thing of rage where nature stood. So twisted sylvan they become. But I am not the same as some. I accept my fated oaken home. I feel no need to rage and roam.
Why do you speak in rhymes?
I do not know. Why dost thou not? Thy words seem plain, a mundane lot. Perhaps a poet's soul is in
play.
me. Does that make me
What do you do?
a poetry?
He just said the thing. Does that make me a poetry?
Oh.
Game actually did it.
Like
A
Mr.
poetry.
Genius.
Yes, I get it.
But a simple jest, a jibe to entertain my guest.
I would like to know more of this forest.
I can only speak to what a tree may see. It may not help you, but it is enough for me.
Why is it called the Brazilian Forest?
That is but a human name. One placed upon this land their claim. A claim they stole from ancient elves, whom they first killed, and were killed themselves.
There were elves who lived here?
It was the elves who planted the seeds, raised the forest, saw to its needs. But that was all so long ago. That they are dead is all I know.
What happened here to make the forest like this?
Great war, perhaps. I cannot tell. I was not here when it befell. But many deaths here, all the same. And with the deaths, the spirits came. The spirits entered corpse and tree, and most went mad, as thou canst see. The forest had a spirit of its own, from back when its first seeds were sown. Perhaps she died of grief that day, or perhaps she simply went away. Or perhaps the wares are the ones to blame, for the day she left is the day they came.
Interesting. I'm gonna say I don't understand to see if it tells me more.
I speak as clearly as I see. Plainer than this, I cannot be.
Okay. Is there anything around for no.
Most of what was.
I thought he said plainer than piss. I'm like,
leaving
huh?
only broken stone. Perhaps some ruins remain free of rot. I know not where. I see them not.
Where can I find Witherfang's lair?
In the center of the forest, the wares do dwell, or so go the tales my fellows tell. But they cannot be followed there. The forest doth protect the wares.
Why do the trees protect them?
Perhaps wares use magic to command the trees. All I know is they move as they please.
Is there no other way to get to the center of the forest?
Perform the boon as I ask, and I shall reward thee for the task. I have but one desire, to solve a matter very dire. As I slept one early morn, a thief did come and steal an acorn.
It's a squirrel.
And you want it back? I take it.
All I have is my being, my seed. Without it, I am alone indeed. I cannot go and seek it out. Yet I shall die if left without.
Think it's better if I just kill you. Ha ha!
Very well, I will help you.
Go to the east to find this man. I shall await. Do what thou can.
I knew that was gonna happen. Which one was it?
Alistair's got it.
Freaking stuck. Woke up another one. Frick. Get up. See that it had like a backwards kick, like a donkey kick.
It's got some moves, baby. So we have to go find the man to get back his seed.
Never eat
South exit to East Forest. North exit to East Forest. And we need to go to the East Forest.
North exit to East Forest. South exit to East Forest. So these both go to East Forest.
Correct.
What are these X's? Ancient Tombstone. Grand Oak Clearing. Okay.
Places, locations of worth, I guess.
Probably gonna get attacked by werewolves, but I want to check over here. We're not attacked by werewolves. This is the south exit. I want to go up to this north exit and see what we're missing.
You can find.
That wasn't me.
Game's telling us something's about to happen.
Puppies!
Even pets. Oh, here to come.
Yeah!
There it is. Yeah, we're all still beating up on it even though it was dead, and it just wouldn't let it fall.
Let's get started.
Lots of pelts this time. East Brazilian. Oh,
Holla.
you're gonna scare away the white deer.
I'm glad they only come running in one at a time. It makes these fights way easier.
Yeah, it's not particularly hard, I'll say that. That one part where we got the ogre and like multiple blows at a time, that was a little bit rougher.
But even
That was
then, I just
light.
kind of went and fought the archers, and they took care of all the big guys.
Yeah. Let's go talk to the white deer. That's some serious horns. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh! It's the wife.
Help. Listen. I am not the mindless beast I appear to be.
What happened to you?
I am cursed. Turned into this creature. A curse. It burns in me. I fled into the forest. The werewolves, they took me in, but I had to return. I had to.
Careful. These werewolves might have laid a trap for us or something. You never know.
You are an elf, but not one of the Dalish. I was until my change. Have you seen my clan?
Your keeper, Sarathan, is the one who sent me
Keeper
here.
sent you? Then you seek Witherfang.
I do. Have you seen him?
I have, but it is not what you think. But there is no time to explain. You must listen. My name is Delilah. My husband, he is called Athras. Please, you must bring him a message. The staff I wear. Bring it to him. Tell him I love him. Tell him I am dead and with the gods. I beg you.
Very well, I will do it.
Thank you. Thank you. I only want him to be.
How about them fingers now?
I mean, it makes sense in this context.
Oh, good. Oh, the pain. The curse is fire in my blood. Please, hand it for me. Hand it quickly.
I need answers first, please. You must help me.
I will tell you what I know if you promise to end my pain.
No, I can't promise that.
Then
No!
I will
I don't want you to die. I want to help you. Oh, Jesus. Well, that didn't go the way I wanted it. Well, Meg, I'm sure that's going to be something you have to make a note of.
I think the only thing that happened is we didn't get some information.
I was hoping we could have saved her.
I mean, the guy made it seem like it could be reversed, but maybe she was too far turned.
You're looking at the Brazilian forest.
I'm wondering why some of these are like lit up in yellow.
And the only one in there is to go back and tell her husband that he's dead.
Okay, so nature of the beast is what we're doing. Something over there. Something right there. It's like more winding roads that loop back on each other. More of those
More trees. Bear!
Oh, cute!
Bear! And a bear enraged.
I
That's
think
great
that bear's
bear.
been lit on fire.
That's black bear.
What a great bear.
Come now, defend yourself.
Is the other one just stuck back there?
No, it's dead.
Dead. Oh.
What were they guarding?
Let's get started.
It'd be weird if there were just randomly some bears.
There's something about
Ah!
Oh, no.
Oh, he's throwing a rock. Oh, another ogre.
He just freaking charged, well, what's her name?
Good.
Oh!
Oh!
That's what
Right.
happened earlier. The ogre died. Remember when it slowed down like this before?
Yeah. Gonna get a cool kill on this one too. Nope.
Nope. Oh, it's not dead. It's like dizzy.
No, he did.
Alright.
So I guess we shouldn't probably do these tombstones then? Because Meg was telling us to wait.
She said to
earlier.
save before we interacted with them.
This should be easy enough.
Oh, okay. Maybe she was just telling us to wait until she told us that. Okay.
Disturb the wards.
You want to do it?
Yeah.
A new quest.
Oh, it's because they're like fights.
Why did you all of a sudden just change to be?
Because he was dying.
Oh. It was nicely done then. Win ain't. No, she's good. This isn't one of those ones that like heals itself based off into any of their survivors, I don't think. These are just tough fights, says Sergio.
Oh man, look, he just survived.
Survived, yeah. You did a good job of bouncing back and forth and healing up.
Yeah, he was taking a lot of damage. He also consumed a lot of
It's fine. You can buy those things or make. You've got tons of shit to make them.
Alright, cool. That was awesome.
Now, is there anything else about that gravestone now? If we read it again, does something else pop up or?
No.
Alright, cool.
This should be easy enough.
She's still healing everybody. Charred corpse. Okay. What's on with the map? There's like some stuff over here. You know what? After that big old fight,
Chest to the right, behind the hole.
I had to pick it, but
Oh.
fortunately I could.
Oh.
There's no other chests. Alright, well after that big old fight, I think that's a good place to end it. What do you think?
Next week we look for a man's acorn.
Yeah,
Sorry,
we find
we
our
look for a
man's
man's
acorn.
seed. No broken game saves tonight. No crashes either. The lower graphics.
Yeah, it didn't fuck
Although
with
it
the
looks
textures
shitty,
or anything. Yeah,
it
I mean,
doesn't
I
break
feel
the
like it's
game.
something we can just get used to.
Yeah.
Because at least the textures aren't being horrible.
I mean, it's something that gamers that have gamed for decades are used to it. And I'm just spoiled. I mean, came into the game when graphics were much more higher. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, you want me to take us out of here?
Yeah, you do it.
Thank you very much to everyone for hanging out. If you like what you see, follow us for free and go that one step further and hit the subscribe button. If you want to know more about what we're going to be playing during the week, make sure you follow us on Twitter and join our Discord where we post the schedule on Monday evenings, and hit up our Instagram for some pictures. You can go to our website, carpetboredom.com, to get links to all this information, as well as our 2 podcasts, Help Me Understand, which is Clayton and Brandon talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and the CB podcast. Tomorrow is Friday, so it's going to be me and Clayton back with Yakuza 3 Remastered. That'll be at 9:30 p.m. Eastern, so make sure you come back for that. But until then, have a good night.
Good night.